This part of the test will measure your listening ability when it comes to the conversations and lectures in academic settings. You will listen to a recording, and then answer questions about it. You will be able to take notes while listening, and you can listen to the recording only once. The questions must be answered in the presented order. During the exam, you will not be allowed to go back to the previous question. Now listen to the lecture.
The temples of Abu Simbel were built in the 13th century BCE by Pharaoh Ramses II and are situated on the western shore of Lake Nasser, some 230 kilometers southwest of Aswan. These were dedicated to the deified Ramses II, as well as the gods Amun, Ra-Horakhte, and Ptah, and were carved out of solid rock. The smaller temple was devoted to the pharaoh's wife Nefertari and the goddess Hathor, and the larger temple was dedicated to the monarch and the gods. Until the early 19th century, when Swiss explorer Johann Ludwig Burckhardt discovered the temples, they were mostly unknown to the rest of the globe. The temples, however, received worldwide recognition in the 1960s when they were moved as a result of the Aswan High Dam project, which threatened their survival by raising Lake Nasser's waters. In order to preserve the temples for future generations, the World Society, under the direction of UNESCO, organized a huge technical operation to disassemble and reconstruct them at a higher height. The Great Temple's front, which has 4 enormous sitting sculptures of Ramses II that are each over 20 meters tall, is one of Abu Simbel's most outstanding features. These sculptures, which depict the pharaoh's divine position in ancient Egyptian culture, are flanked by smaller statues of his wife, children, and other gods. A number of rooms and sanctuaries that make up the Great Temple are adorned with elaborate sculptures and bas-reliefs that show events from the pharaoh's military successes and his status as a heavenly ruler. The most well-known of them was the Battle of Kadesh, when Ramses II defeated the Hittites with ease. The innermost sanctuary of the temple is where sculptures of the gods and Ramses II, who was deified, are located. The smaller Nefertari and Hathor temple is similarly impressive, with 6 enormous standing sculptures of Ramses II and his queen, 2 of whom are Nefertari at its entrance. The royal pair are seen presenting sacrifices to the gods and celebrating their celestial marriage on the interior walls. The temples of Abu Simbel functioned as a representation of Egypt's might and domination in the area. It was also a tribute to Ramses II's ability as a warrior and king, a tribute that was well deserved. The temples were strategically placed along the Nile River so that everyone passing through Nubia would be able to see them, acting as a continual reminder of Egypt's might. Moreover, the temples were essential to ancient Egyptians' religious practices. The orientation of the Great Temple was planned such that on February 22nd and October 22nd of each year, the sun's rays would enter the inner sanctuary and enlighten the statues of the gods and the deified Ramses II, emphasizing the pharaoh's divine character. The perception of the divine was the secret ingredient of the rulers. The temples of Abu Simbel are a surviving representation of the architectural brilliance, power, and cultural might of ancient Egypt. One of many, that is. We can't forget the numerous other monuments that prove beyond any reasonable doubt that the influence of ancient Egyptians will echo forever. The perception of the divine was the secret ingredient of the rulers.
Now listen to the conversation between two people.
How are you this afternoon, and how can I be of service to you?
Hello, I'm sorry to bother you, but I have to return these books.
Okay, it seems that you are returning 2 out of 3 of the books that were checked out to you. Could you tell me where the third book is located?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I must have left it at home. As soon as I locate it, I'll give it back to you.
Since you did not return all of the books, there will be a charge placed on your account. That is how our policy works.
Is there any way you could get me off the hook this time? That was nothing more than an oversight.
I am aware that it was done inadvertently, but I am sorry to say that I am unable to dismiss the fine. We are required to act in accordance with a predetermined set of guidelines.
I'd want to avoid having to pay the fine if there's any other way possible.
Regrettably, no. The violation must be corrected. But if you return the book within a reasonable amount of time, the fee will be lowered to an acceptable level.
Well, I understand, and I'll be sure to give it back as soon as I can.
Great! The amount of the fee will continue to rise if you continue to postpone the return. In addition, please do not hesitate to contact us if you have any questions about the policies that we have in place.
I'm appreciative of you letting me know.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Pardon me, I have one more question. Do you allow renewals on the books that you lend out?
You can, in fact, get another year out of your books. Nevertheless, this is contingent on there being space available, and you will only be able to renew them if no one else has put a hold on them. Students shouldn't hoard books unnecessarily.
Okay, so how do I go about renewing them?
Either by going online or by going to the library, you may renew them. Just inform us, and we will take care of renewing them for you. But be careful with the other books you take from us.
Thanks. What is the maximum amount of time I may retain them once I've renewed them?
You are welcome to retain them for the same loan duration as previously, but you are permitted to renew them a maximum of 2 times.
Got it. Many thanks for your assistance.
Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy your day. Students shouldn't hoard books unnecessarily.